So what is going on YouTube? My name is Orb and welcome to my I guess my setup video for Call of Duty Ghosts. A lot of people have been having concerns and questions towards what are the best optimal settings to play with, and what settings are you using. A lot of people in my stream, they see me play good and then they instantly wonder, how do I play as good as you do? And they think, they think that it's in the settings, but I wouldn't necessarily say that. But with that said, you can definitely take some of these settings to optimize your game experience. So we're gonna jump in game. You see the spinning doge. We're gonna take him off so he's not gonna be in the way. This is my streaming setup, by the way, if you're wondering about all the setup and the face cam and whatnot. But anyways, let's jump straight into it. Let's go to video settings. I am playing in 720p. A lot of people have concerns and questions about this as far as, or why don't you play in 1080p? 1080p looks a lot better. I can't confirm that. I can't agree on that. But my game experience is not good at all. I play with a very choppy 91 FPS, which is, I'm not using the FPS changer anymore, not because I'm scared of being banned, just because I feel like it dips down to like 80 and then back to 125, down to 80. It's just not a good time. I'd rather have a stable FPS at 91. Now, I hear that they're working on optimizing the game even more, so I don't know if you see this video maybe in a month from now, and you see these settings, and you're like, well, this is not true. I mean, they said in that one tweet, or in that one blog post, this video is obviously from now, the 16th of November. And I will use it until they optimize it even better. But anyways, playing 720p, it just runs way better for me. How does it feel for you guys? Play with 1080p, play with 720p. How does it feel? It does look more grainy with 720p, but that is obviously the way it's gonna be since you're downscaling it. Yeah, full screen, nothing, not colorblind. Jump into the advanced tab. 69, 120 hertz, 120 hertz, guys. Mucho good. Please play with please buy a monitor that supports 120 hertz. I cannot stress that enough. It is very, very good. Image quality is on normal. Pretty much all my settings here are gonna be. This is actually high. This can actually be on high. I have most of these settings on normal and or off, and that is just because whenever I try bumping up the graphics a little bit, it starts lagging like crazy. So I found that this works for me. I don't even want to tinker with it a little bit because I don't want to mess anything up. We got pretty much everything on normal and or off. So first off, motion blur and distortion, you don't want these to be in the game at all. So no, because that's just gonna prevent you from seeing opponents that you should be seeing and such. So definitely disable motion blur, distortion, and of course you can bump this up. I have a pretty good PC, but even I can't run this game at the settings I want to run it at. So maybe that's the most important thing, the video tab here. We got the audio options, only one audio slider. Come on, dudes. This is what I'm rocking, 50%, I guess. My movements, I don't know. I'm going to go through these really, really quick. I don't think I have too much super fancy stuff. Of course, you can pause the video or go back and watch, but it's pretty much very, very standard. I have click to ADS. I don't have hold. And I think that's pretty much it. And the same with sprint. I have click to sprint. Actions, we have yeah, I have my melee on E or V. Grenades are the same. I think grenade is on G and your mouse wheel, but I take off the mouse wheel because I don't want to interfere with that at all. I don't actually use my mouse wheel for anything. I used to use it back in Counter-Strike days to duck and jump, but not anymore. Voice and text chat, I have this both on off because it's super annoying when people scream in your ear or when people are just being absolutely rude. So I have all my chat. If you ever encounter me in a game and you feel like, oh, why is Orb ignoring me when I'm trying to be nice to him? I have everything on off because 95% of the time there's dickheads that are trying to make a lot of noise and stuff, and I don't want that. So if you ever encounter me in game and I don't answer you, that is why. Don't play with the gamepad. Just not really my thing. A funny note about the gamepad is if you want to play with the controller on PC, you can do that just fine, and you can have auto aim. You have auto aim with the controller on PC. I like it. I think that's actually a good time. Text chat, no. Yeah, I have everything. Mute all, yes. Optimal video, I wouldn't use this because this will automatically put on like distortion, motion blur, and stuff like that. I would not do that at all. And game manual, let's read through this, guys. Epilepsy warning. Precautions to take during use. Avoid playing if you're tired or have not had much sleep because of rage. Make sure that the room in which you are playing is well lit. I have a pretty big light. Rest for at least 10 to 15 minutes per hour while playing a video game. Well, guys, with that said, I believe that's going to be it for this video. I think, did we forget something about... We forgot the sensitivity, as you can see, well, real quick. My sensitivity is really low. If you want to change it, because you can see it only goes in increments like this. If you want to change it, you can go to your console, or into your console. You can go to your config file, which you can find in Steam Apps, Steam Apps, Common, and the Ghost folder. Go into your config file, and you can change your sensitivity by your, decibels instead of having this increment thing. So if you want to do that, fun fact for you, do not use smooth mouse, and never use, well, I mean, if you get used to it, sure, but for the most part, don't use it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Those are my settings that I'm using for Call of Duty Ghost as of November the 16th. So now you guys in the stream can stop asking. So if people are having problems with their performance in the game, link them this video and give it a thumbs up if it help you out. And with that said, I'm gonna see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Later. Bye. While recording with the story in like a stuttery 5 or 10 FPS or something. Super bad. I believe it is my hard drive that is kind of failing on me a little bit. I don't know if you're gonna notice it in this gameplay as well that we're watching. Some parts are a bit stuttery. All of a sudden it starts stuttering for maybe a second or two, and then it's fine. So I do need to get a new hard